the books, can't escape from the cold morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
And a pleasant good morning to you, coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steve Show here for Friday, July the 4th. And we're ready for our big July 4th holiday. We've got Major League Baseball on tap with some daytime action. There's some nighttime action as well because, hey, they don't know what to do with a holiday. Play some games at night. That's okay. We've got daytime action, and we've also got little CFL, some soccer here tonight. I'm watching the tennis, of course, this morning as well, the golf, and, of course, who can forget the action coming today from Coney Island. Get your wiener ready for the hot dog eating contest. You know, I have some picks and some predictions for the action at the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championships. All right. You know my picks already, everybody. No need to rehash them, but I'll give them to you here in just a moment. Hey, everyone, thanks for joining me here. Let's say hello to some folks in the chat and get the show underway. We only have a little small card here. I mean, we got the baseball. That's it. Tony, hello. We've got Tony Cobbs here. Had a good day yesterday. All right. Tony, my type of player with that volume. You know, I'm all about it. Bobby Mack is here as well. Happy holiday to Cash Kane and everyone out there. Andrew K as well. It's crew here in the chat. And Todd Clinton's here with his prediction. He says he's shooting for 80. Is the king, Joey Chestnut. Good morning to Joe W as well. Joe, was it Joe's birthday yesterday here? I know there was some birthdays out there. All right, good to see Joe in the chat. And let's take a look at some of the action from yesterday, and then we'll get right into the picks and predictions for today. We did have an okay day, it felt like. Hopefully you joined me yesterday on the Nuke the House channel. Sean and I, we had a pretty good time with all the action there yesterday. We were on the air for all that Major League excitement and that big WNBA card. How did you guys do? I had some winners for sure. Hopefully you were along with me. I see you guys talking about the winning yesterday. Joe, yep, that's what they said, 65. Man, Joe, hey, I feel pretty good then. Joe, great job, man. Hope I'm with you. Hope I make it with you. All right. Let's start off with what we had here yesterday. You know, I love talking about how I did. Win or lose. Hey, the better I do, the longer the segment. So too bad. Here we go. Minnesota and Miami. I did have a premium pick winner over at Tony's Picks, where you get my high roller selections. I had Miami yesterday afternoon in that early start, 4-1 with Yuri Perez coming through with the performance we had been waiting for Yuri. Also had the winner with Washington and Detroit. We had here on the show Washington on the run line. They crushed again with another big performance against Detroit. And hopefully you checked me out over there on the Tony's Picks happy hour at 5 Eastern and 2 Pacific, where I did have the over in that game. Also, hopefully you're checking out my show on YouTube with Cover the Spread. And that's where I said take Toronto yesterday over the Yankees in the 8-5 victory with Bassett taking care of business for Toronto, but the Bats taking care of business for Toronto. Also, we had the over in that game with Schmidt and Bassett, and the final score 8-5 went well over there yesterday. Mikey Money also had it in his sports money premiums with the over. Also, we had Milwaukee yesterday on the run line against the Mets. We had them in that 3-2 game. Of course, the Mets got the win, but we took Milwaukee on the run line, and we did have the under as a sports money premium here yesterday with that 3-2 game. Also, I was a winner on the happy hour with the Cleveland Guardians and the Cubs. They had that pitching change. I said it's not going to affect them that much. I like the under in the game, and it was 1-0 yesterday. So I guess we had it in that game. It went extra. I think it did go 10 innings actually, right there with the Cubs and the Guardians. Also had the winner here on the show yesterday with St. Louis, San Francisco, and Robbie Ray. He pitched a complete game there yesterday. Wow. As the Giants won over Arizona 7-2. And over on the Cover the Spread show yesterday, we did have it to go over, and it did sneak over. It took a home run by Arizona in the bottom of the ninth inning, but it went over the 8.5. Also, last night on the Nuke the House show, I did have the under with Kansas City and Seattle yesterday in a 3-2 victory for the Royals, but I said go under as my Nuke the House late night selection over there. And yesterday on the show, I said, hey, I can't do anything but take the Dodgers here against the White Sox. I said it'll be pretty much like it was the previous night when it was 6-1 Dodgers. Well, it was 6-2 Dodgers, so it wasn't exactly like the previous night. And that was a look at the baseball card yesterday. Tony Cobbs did have a WNBA winner yesterday, and I did too. And Andrew K knows it as well. I did pretty well with the WNBA. In fact, I was mad because I got kind of gypped on a few of those line moves, but hey, that's the nature of the game in the WNBA when it comes so close to the line. Happy 4th of July to see James and everybody. So Andrew K said, a great call on the Sparks, and that's what I had. I had the Sparks yesterday, plus the points against the Liberty. We had them right here on the show. I had them on that WNBA show, the 3-2 zone that I'm on every day as well. I said, take Las Vegas, and they were able to do the job there yesterday and get that money for most people. Now, I do want to apologize. There were going to be some people there that may have pushed. I couldn't get everybody home across the line yesterday in the 10-point game. Now, I know when we did the show there on the WNBA show, and even yesterday morning, the line was 10.5 or so, but there definitely were some 10s out there. The game landed 10 at a lot of spots. So hopefully you got it right. Maybe you ended up just a half a point short there. It won't be a loser, but maybe a push. But Las Vegas there, or I'm sorry, Los Angeles Sparks. We did have the Indiana Fever yesterday, of course, here on the show over the Las Vegas Aces. I had them on that WNBA show. I had them here yesterday. Said take them plus the points, but maybe take them on the money line too because they won over the Aces big time. They crunched the Aces yesterday. And we did have the premium pick winner was on the under in that game between the Aces and the Fever. It was 81-54. It was a real under there. Also had the winner here on the Morning Steam show with hopefully Seattle and Atlanta. Did go all the way down to 157. In fact, we lost on the Morning Steam. Apologies to that. We actually gave out the winner on the WNBA show that came out earlier, but that spread just kept going down. That line just kept going down, and we might have missed it in the end. I couldn't get everybody across the finish line in that one either. There were some winners, but there were some losers there. Hopefully you were on it early enough. Same thing with the side. Interestingly enough, I actually lost my premium pick here on the channel with Seattle because on the show yesterday, the send out was -1.5 with Seattle. Now, this is one where you may have won and I probably lost. if you took it late, Atlanta ended up being a 1-point favorite. Seattle won the game. So the WNBA, the scores are close. Okay. And so many people may have won. I actually ended up with a loser as far as my timing of the line. Gave out -1.5 as my Tony's Picks High Roller Premium. They won by 1. So I did lose. But a lot of people reported that they had at Seattle at +1 because that's how it closed. So some people may have won where I lost. Oh, this WNBA. Hey, I did have Dallas yesterday here on the show over Phoenix. They beat Phoenix 98-89. And we also had uh, the winner with the over on that WNBA show. So we had Dallas, the winner here on the morning steam, and we had the over as the winner over there on the WNBA show, 3-2 zone for a double winner there. And also with the last game, we did have that high roller premium with Washington and Minnesota game to go over, and it went way over. So pretty good day in the WNBA. Could have been better. And we also watched last night with our coverage over there on the New House channel, the game in the CFL, and my premium pick winner here with the sports money premiums was over at Tony'sPicks.com. The over was our high roller premium winner there yesterday with Calgary. They smashed Winnipeg in the Stampeder Bowl with a bit of an upset there yesterday. All right, maybe that does it here as far as some of the action from yesterday. I see a few people talking about it yesterday. We had Real Madrid Doge is here and Harrison the Hustler as well. Today, hello. And Dirty Reg there, you see, some people did have it right there yesterday. And Andrew K, Tony's there, and Dirty Reg, hello. All right. And let's see. Harrison's ready for that big. We talked about it, the big White Sox. Here's the funny thing about it. I've been on a few channels already previewing some action today. And this is the game I've already talked about ad nauseum. And NYC Bar, happy 4th of July. All right, to tennis, I'm off to a 50-50 start. We did have that cleanup winner there with Pacifics over Mopies. Did get that 5th set for my high roller premium over at Tony's Picks. Continuation of that match from yesterday. But so far, we did strike out with Anisimova laying the games there against Galfi. Did not work out as Anisimova did win, but did not cover the game spread. But we do have some matches still to come, and you can get my action today over at winnable.com/Ramon. You can pick up my premium picks there for the action today with my sports money premiums. Check it out. We've revamped it a little bit. You know, Mikey's on board with the Winnable here is a little bit as well, and we've kind of branded it together, and I think it's a pretty good concept. Actually, when you go to winnable.com/Ramon and use that QR code, maybe in the lower right hand corner of the screen, that'll take you over to my Winnable page. Are you there, you guys? I'm back here, you guys. I just watched just watching the end of the match here with Sony Cartal with the winner here, it looks like right now. Just finishing here, Sony Cartal, the English woman with the win over Pari here in straight sets. Catal with the winner. That is my sport. Tony's picks high roller play. Cartal with the win. Sorry about that, you guys. I was just looking at it. I got taken away here with the play. So sorry about that. Anyway, check me out over at Tony's Picks. Sorry, at winnable.com/Ramon. We have a little bit of a rebrand. I'm going to show it to you here in just a second, but just flipping around here a little bit on some of these matches we have in action right now. Rublev and Manarino. Sigmund is leading keys here early. Noskova and Rakimova. And Taylor Fritz won his first set over Fokina, over Davidovich Fokina. And I'm watching these matches here this morning. And a big ovation here. The Catal match, I was just taken aback by. Of course, the crowd was enjoying that. There we go. All right, you guys, sorry for the delay here. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Am I on? There we go. All right. Just a little technical issue there. Thanks a lot for bearing with me. And nobody's going nuts here in the chat, I hope. All right. We'll get ready and get down with business here. Oh, I want to show you here a little bit. So here's the rebranding here a little bit. Looks pretty cool with the so you'll see now on the winnable with the sports money, you'll have each capper's name, Mikey, myself, or Jeff, there with the winnable. And you go to you can pay for it with Apple Pay, Google Pay, and such. And for just, here's my problem. All right. There we go. Okay, I think I'm finally set here to get a rolling. And let's get to the action here today in Major. We got to go, man. I mean, the first game's in 90 minutes with the Red Sox taking on the Nationals, with Giolito taking on Soroka here on July 4th, the early start in Washington, of course. We're already watching the Washington, some of the festivities, if you will, from Washington, D.C., and you have Boston here, going to be a favorite on the road right now, $1.15 the total. 8.5 for the most part, but it's not 8.5 over 15. In fact, if anything, it's gone down here a little bit to 8.5 under. We've seen a little bit of a move here to the under this morning with the Red Sox and the Nationals. Let's check out some of the numbers with these teams here. All right, for the Red Sox here, and Giolito comes in here with a 4-1 record, 11 starts, a 3.99 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 268 batting average against a 3.11 BABIP. Washington Soroka on the mound, 3-5 record with a 4.7 ERA, 102 the WHIP at 248 BABIP. BABIP coming in 210 batting average against. Soroka's numbers are actually kind of rounding into shape here, and been a bit of a boost here of late. Washington's just 3-8 with Soroka on the mound, but man, Washington right now is mashing the ball all of a sudden. How about James Wood? Record-setting performance yesterday, 5 for 5. Don't they know you're supposed to walk him? You can pitch around this guy with their lineup, but no, they would have said, let's throw to James Wood. And he had 5 hits yesterday in a record-setting performance for Washington. I got to take Washington in this one. They're just playing some great ball here right now. Let's go to the chat. Hopefully I'm not screwing up the show too bad here with some of the issues I appear to be having here today. Let's go to the chat. Save me, chat. Here we go. Nats for Andrew K. He says the price is too high. Here's Tony on Boston and Giolito over in strikeouts. I don't know if anybody's going to be with me today. Boston feels pretty popular here. But make no mistake, here Boston is still the favorite in this game here today. So I'm going to take Washington though. They did just mash against Detroit consecutive days, putting up a ton of runs. Washington's in last place in their division, but man, how about Boston? Not exactly front runners here in the uh, American League East, where the Toronto Blue Jays are in first place right now in the American League East. So Boston in fourth place, 6.5 back, 2 games under 500 right now. So, okay, nothing much from you guys in the chat today. Hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully I'm not losing viewership here with my awkward performance so far on this show. Okay, next up, maybe a couple comments here. Let's see. Hello to Terrell and Andrew K. Took him with me because he felt bad no one was commenting. And Reds here in the Phillies this afternoon with the Reds going with Awesome Abbott here, maybe showing a little bit of vulnerability. I mean, if anything, I mean, he's having an incredible season. 1.79 ERA, 242 BABIP, 102 the WHIP. Abbott is 7-1 so far, and the Reds are 10-4 with Abbott on the mound for Luzardo. He's 7-4 with a 4.06 ERA, 1.40 WHIP, and 274 batting average against a 370 BABIP. It's not all fine and dandy for Luzardo here right now, but Phillies are 10-7 with Luzardo on the mound. So, not the best of numbers here, but let's see what you guys have here in the chat here on this 4th of July, Cincinnati and Philadelphia today. If you guys don't take something, I'll just rattle it off here real quick. But it is NYC Bar was back on Boston there. Thanks, NYC Bar. Tony here is on Philly today, and so's Andrew. All right. I'm on Cincinnati with Abbott, of course. I mean, come on. Abbott's been pretty terrific. We'll see. It, could still have some offense today with Luzardo in there. Maybe the Reds will do the hitting, but I'm going to take the Reds here on the road. Let me make sure this line, it is a bit high, probably down to $1.55, maybe even $1.60 though. Right now, I guess it hasn't moved too much. Philly's going to be a pretty big favorite in this game. I mean, look, Philly's great, but the Reds are okay here as well right now. But I'm going to take the Reds. And the total is, about 8 over 15, maybe 8 flat. Oh, boy. Man, okay. Here we go with some of the plays here. I think Robert's on the under in this one, so it's NYC Bar, but Harrison likes the over. Oh, in the Sox and the Nats game. Thank you, Harrison. Yeah, probably, right? I mean, man, there's been some runs there by Washington for sure. And Andrew K likes the Reds on the run line here. He's going to go with me there maybe a little bit. It's all right. Andrew, look, Philadelphia's a big favorite in the game, I guess, maybe for good reason. I don't know. But Abbott's one of the best pitchers around here, right? Yeah, the Cardinals are going to take on the Cubs here. Miles Mikolas on the mound. He's up against Colin Ray here in this one. You've got Mikolas coming in with a 4-5 record, 4.76 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, 271 batting average against a 300 BABIP. Colin Ray is 5-3 with a 4.37 ERA, 1.36 WHIP, 287 batting average against, and a 310 BABIP. These guys aren't all that great so far. This number here, let me make sure, because this total's been moving a little bit. It's back up. It was 10.5 at one point, kind of heavily juiced though to the under at minus $1.25 or 30. Went all the way down to $1. We got to check this wind. What is going on? Is there some big time wind here today? Because I want to take the over, but I want to make sure. Let me check out these conditions for today. Sigmund took the first set over Madison Keys. Wow, great performance here by Sigmund so far against the favored American here. All right, here goes that weather report. I'm ready now, I think, to take a look at it. Want to make sure here it is blowing from right to left, 6 to 9 miles an hour. It gets windier as the game goes along, but mid 80s here today, mid to high 80s as the game progresses. Oh boy, let's see here. Here comes some picks from the crew. And it's going to be Cubs for NYC Bar. Andrew K is on Cardinals run line. Harrison, thank you for being back around here, Harrison. Good to see you. And C. James says that indicates that wind there today. Well, the Cubs are a big dollar. Let's see here. At least they're down now. I'm going to call it $1.50 still, but the total has gone up. I'll got to call it what it is. Probably 10 under here right now, but I'm going to take the Cubs even as a 150 favorite here. I've got the Cubs in this one with Colin Ray going up here against Mikolas. All right. And what do we got here? Harrison says fade Verlander right now. Things aren't going too well. Tony says St. Louis. Next up, the Yankees are on the road here taking on the Mets. The Yankees just came off a huge series. For the Blue Jays, it was a huge series. How about for George Springer? Well, we'll get our chance to talk about Toronto, but the Yankees have fallen out of first place here. And the Mets are at home with Blackburn here, I think. Right now, some of the sites probably don't have the pitcher maybe even listed. So this one was a little bit late to market here. In fact, I don't think it's Blackburn. I think it's Hagenman here today. Let's see exactly what the pitching plans are for the Mets. Try to get my tweet deck back open. Maybe I know what the pitching plans are perfectly here. Can't see my baseball notes column, but all right, yeah. So Hageman looks like he comes in. Justin Hageman here for the Mets in this one. Pretty much a bullpen guy here. So see what you have in this one. But look, Marcus Stroman too. I mean, he's kind of a story in himself. 4 starts so far, just an 8.16 ERA, but 261 BABIP. Maybe good things to come here still for Stroman. The Yankees kind of need it. It feels like Hageman has 2 appearances so far, 1.5 ERA. But let's see what you guys have here in this one. And I'll go to the chat. Let me see if I can't bring us a little bit better information here in this game, letting you down here a little bit. For the Yankees here, they have lost 5 of their last 6, including that rough series in Toronto. Just felt like the Blue Jays kept getting out to those leads right now. Yankees have lost 9 of their last 10 games on the road. They're still on the road here at the Mets have lost 14 of their last 19 overall, but they have won 4 of their last 5 games at home. And the Mets have won 6 of the last 7 games at home when playing the Yankees. 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams at Citi Field have gone over. Mets have gone over in 5 of their last 6 games. They've also gone over in 7 of their last 10 at home. Yankees have gone over in 5 straight. Has also gone over in 4 of their last 5 games on the road, although still long term the Yankees have been under, remember, in now 15 of their last 20, but that means 15 of the last 21, but that means they've been going over in several games of late. We saw that, of course, in the series with Toronto, because Toronto was scoring a bunch of runs too, more than the Yankees. All right, let's see what you folks have here with the Yankees and the Mets today. I'm going to the chat. And we've got Tony went with the Cubs there, not St. Louis. Okay, no problem. I'm on the Cubs too. Yeah. Andrew on the Yankees in this one. Billy Eagle Flyer, nice to see you today, and happy 4th. Hello to AOD today. NYC Bar is on the Yankees. Harrison says, you got any homers out there, crew? You know me, I'm not big on the homer props, but I could always take a stab at them. Yankees have played 170 4th of July, so that can't be right. Come on. There haven't been 170 baseball. Well, yeah, Yankees, could they go back 100 to 1870? I don't think there's 1870. I don't know. Maybe double. Oh, you know what? There were a lot of doubleheaders back in the day. Andrew, you're right. There were almost always doubleheaders back in the day. That's what it was. I mean, there were doubleheaders for many, many years. Not in my lifetime, but back in the 40s and 50s, so for sure. Okay. Tony says Mets and over. Harrison says Nats game goes over. Yankees games goes over. Jim on the over. Man, that's a lot of overs. All right, I guess I got to make my call. That looks like a good call. Maybe I should do it with the chat here, especially after reading all those overs, and we know how it's been going over. But you know what? I'm going to take the Mets here in this one with their makeshift bullpen game a little bit. Maybe I'm just thinking the Yankees are reeling, and maybe I'm not. Look, I'm a Stroman guy through and through. I even think he'll figure it out this year and be able to be pretty okay here maybe this season and help the Yankees get back on track. But today I'm going to go with the Mets. But I promise you, I'm still a Stroman fan. Okay, and I think he will still perform here this season a little bit for the Yankees. I might be the only guy thinking that, but that's what I'm thinking. The Rays are on the road. They're taking on the Twins with Littell taking on Paddock here in this one. Now, for the Twins, this would have been the spot for Bailey Ober. They've had to shuffle the rotation a little bit. Ober went on the injured list probably a month too late, but that does force Paddock into I don't know if it's much. They were able to shuffle the rotation there sufficiently, it feels like, but still they're a little bit short in the pitching department because of this departure for sure of Ober here. For he's been shelved here right now. So for Littell comes in here, hey, 3.61 ERA, 251 batting average against 107. Whip, he is 7-7 in 17 starts, and the Rays are 9-8 with him on the mound. For Chris Paddock here, 4 and 13 are the Twins with Paddock on the mound. Bad. Now 4.7 ERA, 1.23 WHIP. For Paddock here. Let me get these notes together here. All right, for Tampa Bay here, pardon me, they come in right now with having won 7 of their last 9 games overall on the road. Minnesota has lost 5 of their last 7 games at home against Tampa Bay. Minnesota's lost 6 of their last 8 at home overall, or at home, and they've lost 4 of their last 5 overall. So it's been a little bit of a rough stretch here for sure for Minnesota, and Tampa Bay is in a good groove right now. They've won 12 of the last 17 meetings overall between these two teams. And Tampa Bay also has lost 4 of their last 6, but I don't know. This looks like an okay spot for Tampa. Let's see what you guys have, though. You guys might be maybe on Minnesota a little bit here. Andrew's on Minnesota. Tony's on the Rays. NYC Bar says Rays. Money line. Team total over. Harrison talking about that Mets club back there. Ray Otachi, hello. He's got the under in this one with Minnesota and Tampa Bay. Today he's got the under. All right. Tampa's gone under in 4 of their last 6 games on the road. Minnesota's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games overall coming in. All right, I got to make my call here in this one. And I'm probably going to go with the under as well. I'm going to go with Ray. I say go under here with Tampa Bay and Minnesota. Thank you, Ray. I'll go with you on that. A few more here. Thank you, Harrison. Hey, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Buddy, here on YouTube. Robert, it's days like today that where I'm a little bit, hey, maybe, with the holiday, might have slept in here a little bit here. I can't say I made it all the way up for the beginning of the tennis matches today. I did wait till with just the baseball, really, to handicap. We got a few other games, but did wait till the first set or two were over there in some of the matches today, and got up closer to 4 than 3 like I usually do. Everybody says, when do you sleep? Well, right about in there. Midnight, but probably should have slipped through those Australian football games. I tried those big underdogs. They always get blown out by 50. I said, the trends say kind of these dogs may get in there today. They got blown out. I'm sorry to the followers. I'm probably glad I slept through it, though. All right. And give me just one moment here. I'm still having a few technical difficulties. All right. Technical difficulties means might have to blow my nose. Okay, here we go. Let's see who else is here. I see Razor in the chat. Thank you for stopping by here, Razor. Great to see you today. And he had a big winning day there yesterday. Tony's going under with me in that Rays game. Okay, let's keep it moving here and try to pick up the pace a little bit. The Pirates will take on the Mariners here. Wu moves to this spot. He was supposed to go yesterday, but a little bit of a switcheroo there, and Brady Falter will go here also for the Pirates today. In fact, what's the line here? Is this line even right? It's not that high, I don't think. I think we had the Yankees line a little bit off too there, I noticed, or the Mets line. The Mets are a much bigger favorite actually than I had listed there. And the Twins, that was right on. Okay, this is about $1.80 and 7.5. Oh, wow, $1.80. Ooh. And 7.5 under at minus 115. For Brady Falter here comes in with a 6-3 record and a 3.62 ERA, 236 batting average against, a 254 BABIP. For Wu here, he's 7-4 with a 2.93 ERA, 0.96 WHIP, 215 batting average against, and a 250 BABIP here in this one today between Pittsburgh and Seattle. Let's get some of the numbers here for you guys and see how this one shakes out today between Pittsburgh and Seattle. For Pittsburgh here, they come in currently right now with a 5-game winning streak. Right on Pirates. Although they have lost 6 of their last 8 games on the road, they've also lost 6 of their last 9 games against Seattle. They're on the cross-country trip here a little bit, of course. Pittsburgh's gone over in 10 of their last 15, including 5 of their last 6 on the road. 6 of their last 7 games against Seattle have gone over. For Seattle here, they have right now a little bit of a, let's just say, man, my computer, what can I say? My computer is just crawling here, and it's affecting the quality of the show. Wanted to cover a little bit of Pittsburgh's form. We know that they're on a winning streak here. I'm just trying to get the numbers here right now. I mean, it's the best winning streak they've had. They are forget the computer. I'm not going to catch up. Pittsburgh is outscoring teams at the greatest margin of just about any team at all over the last 50 or 60 years, and I'm not kidding. They've been smashing teams so much during this winning streak, it's nearly record-setting, despite how poorly this Pittsburgh team has been. Well, we're talking about Seattle, but I didn't want to forget about the winning streak here, though, for Pittsburgh, that 5-game winning streak. Anyway, Seattle did lose 2 of their last 3 games here overall. Now it's kind of my computer's ready here. In that series, of course, against the Royals. In fact, computer woke up here. He just gave me some steam, so let's cover it. Looks like the dials stopped spinning, and we've got the computer caught up. It gave the steam out. It's in the game between the Dodgers and the Astros tonight. A little bit of steam to the over here in this one this evening. The expected pitchers, McCullers and Kasparius. When Kasparius is listed, could be anybody starting, and then a bunch of Kasparius. But anyways, it is about $1.80, and the total is up here to 9.5 under 20 on this widely reported steam on the over. Okay, Houston and Dodgers. All right, let's see if we've got your comments here in the game between Pittsburgh and Seattle as I try to focus here right now and see what you've got. I know what I've got. Let me know what you got. When I saw $1.80, I think we knew where I was heading. Okay, here is Andrew K. on the Mariners. Jim says Western Bulldogs on a roll. Yeah, I wasn't on a roll. What was I thinking there? I never go with those. You knew it was a 50-point blowouts. All right, NYC Bar, go with the Woo today. And Tony says Seattle on the run line. Okay, well, I want to go Pittsburgh on the run line, actually. I'm going to take the Pirates here on the run line right now. They're the hottest team. They're the hottest thing going. And maybe they'll get cooled down here going on the road over on the West Coast. But I'm going to take Pittsburgh right now. They are on a speak about on a roll, right? That's Pittsburgh. Or that's the daytime action in the major leagues, actually. Let's go to the night card now. Here with the Rangers taking on the Padres in this one with Camille Rocker. He's up against Randy Vasquez of the Padres. Nobody likes Vasquez, but I do. Vasquez has a 3.84 ERA, 1.38 WHIP, 244 batting average against a 253 BABIP. That's kind of what I like a little bit about Vasquez. He is 3-4. Padres are 10-7 with him on the mound. Not gonna, say he's a world beater here, but these numbers, these metrics, if you will, look a little bit okay. Here, I think the price is what looks okay to me. for Rocker here, he's got a 6.13 ERA in 9 starts, 302 batting average against, and a 361 BABIP coming into this one. Hey, I just want to pass along. We just talked about the Pirates and the Mariners. The steam is just rolled in on the under in that game. I just read off the game here with the line, but all of a sudden, here's the under, and it's going under big time here right now. It's all the way to 7 flat here with Falter and Woo. Wow. Okay. The sharp books are at 7 flat. Some of these other books are at 7 over 15 and 7 over 20. But right now, move is on the under here with Pittsburgh and Seattle. All right. All right. Texas and the Padres here tonight. And see what you have in this one. Like I said, let me look at the price again here. Padres are almost down to a pick'em. In fact, I'm showing Bovada has actually made Texas the slightest of favorites here right now. I'll call the Padres. I'll call it a pick'em. You got to call it a pick'em. I mean, that's just all there is to it. It's pick'em everywhere. It feels like right now. I might have to save the Padres for a premium here, I think. Let me go to the chat and see what you guys have. I love this price now. I know my Padres, right? I mean, hey, you guys better be picking them when I fade them. You better be going against them when I fade them. But when I'm on them, I like to be on them. I'm going to be on them here, I think. But maybe we can kind of go with the total in this one. Let me see what you guys have, and I'll decide. I like both the side and the total in this game. Here we go. And Andrew's on the Rangers here. Good morning to Jermaine. Tony likes Padres and over. And Doge says, go with the Pods today. Robert's on the Pods, maybe even in the first 5 here in this one. You guys seem to like the Padres today. And, well, I do too. I'm going to take the Padres on the show because, hey, I like maybe the side equal, but I'm going to take the Padres because I want to take them on the show on July 4th. All right, next up, it's the Angels on the road taking on the Blue Jays. Oh, man, the Blue Jays are hot, aren't they? What a run to first place here right now for Toronto, and they've got Eric Lauer on the mound. He's 4-1 with a 2.6 ERA, 106 WHIP, 207 batting average against. The numbers are good here for Lauer, and for Hendricks, 5-6 record, 4.66 ERA. Oh, Kendrick, we know it's Hendricks, you guys. Sorry about that. Maybe I was. What was I thinking? Kendrick Lamar? Okay, there we go. Hendricks, of course, on the mound here, 4.66 ERA, 1.3 WHIP, 265 batting average against, a 274 BABIP. Coming into this one. And we can look at these guys a little bit here, maybe check out how these teams are currently faring. We know how the Blue Jays are faring, so maybe we'll take a look here a little bit about the Angels because they have won 6 of their last 9, and they've also won 5 of their last 7 games on the road. Coming into this one, the Angels have lost 8 of their last 10 games overall against Toronto. They're also just 1-6 here in their last 7 trips here into Toronto. For Toronto here, they are 5 straight wins, including those wins over the Yankees here over the weekend. And they've also won 5 of their last 6 at home. They've also as I said, won these games regularly against the Angels. They've gone over in 6 of their last 7 games overall, and 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over. But let's see what you have here with Kendrick and Lauer, the left-hander. I want to do it, you guys, and don't let me do it, but I'm going to do it. All right, here we go with Andrews on the Jays, and Doge is on the Angels here. NYC Bar likes Toronto. Here's a Nerfy for Tony, and Tony also Jays run line. Okay, I want to take the Angels on the run line, but oh man, even with this, in fact, this line is yeah, $1.60. Boy, I thought I'd get a little bit better price, but I'm gonna take the Angels here on the run line at plus 1.5 here today. Give me the Angels here to keep it close. I'm a Lauer fan. These Angels, Jays are hot. It was a great weekend, a great week over the Yankees. I'm calling for the letdown. That's all. I'm calling for a little bit of a letdown with this Jays team. All right. Just one moment again, man, you guys. Brewers and Marlins here with Priester against Alcantara today. And we get to Alcantara, maybe we pronounce his name right again because he's starting to pitch a little better, but still has a 7 ERA coming in. 1.45 whip, 267 batting average against the 294 BABIP. He's 4-8. However, the Marlins are 7-9 with Alcantara on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers here. Quinn Priester, 3.35 ERA, 1.23 whip, 232 batting average against, but Priester is 6-2. Although, interestingly enough, in the Milwaukee starts, he is 5-6. He did win one game in relief here, but let's see what you guys have in this one now with Milwaukee taking on Miami. And yeah, Alcantara still got those massive numbers. It's going to take a while to get those down and some good starts, too, of course. Milwaukee here has won 11 of their last 15 games on the road, but Miami's won 6 of the last 8 in this series. Milwaukee has won 9 of their last 13 overall, but we know how hot Miami's been too. They've won 9 of their last 10 games overall. They've also won 4 of their last 6 at home, but Miami has gone under in 5 straight at home. They've gone under in 12 of their last 18 overall. Milwaukee, however, has gone over in 5 of their last 7 on the road. Your comments are coming in here, and it's Andrew on the Marlins here in this one. Tony says Milwaukee money line, Priester to go over in the K-prop. NYC Bar likes the Brewers. What to do here in this one? Well, I got to make a call one way or the other. I know which I like the side and the total here. Let me differentiate maybe between the two. All right, man. Here's Robert on the Brewers, first 5 here. I'm going with the under in this one with Miami and Milwaukee. Yeah, give me the under here. Fernando's on the Brewers. I'm going to have a premium in this one. So give me the under, though, as my play here on the morning Steam show. All right, next up, Detroit taking on the Guardians here. You've got Reese Olson on the mound going up here against Slade Ciccone. Detroit is favored on the road, $1.20, the total 8 here in this one with Olson coming in with a 2.96 ERA, 1.17 whip, 215 batting average against, 290 BABIP. Olson's 4-3 so far. Ciccone's 3-3, 3.64 ERA in 8 starts, 1.3 whip, 253 batting average against, and 301 BABIP. Numbers aren't quite up to Olson's speed, but they are okay here so far for Slade Ciccone on the World Tour. For Detroit here coming into this one, they have lost 4 of their last 6 games on the road. They've lost 5 of their last 6 games against Cleveland. Detroit's gone over in 5 straight on the road. They've gone over in 4 of their last 5 games overall. Cleveland here has lost 5 straight. coming into this one. They've also lost 5 of their last 6 games at home. Cleveland's gone under in 12 of their last 16 games overall. Let's see what you guys do with Detroit taking on Cleveland today. Detroit, the slight favorite here. Tony says Detroit money line, team total over here. And Andrew likes the Guardians here all day. NYC bar, Tigers. And Jermaine leaning to Cleveland here. All right. All right, I'm on the Tigers here in this one. I kind of want to use the Tigers as a premium, but I'm just not sure on the total. So let me go ahead and give out a play here on Detroit. Look, make no mistake, I'm going to be on Detroit here a lot if they keep giving me these reasonable prices right now. Hey, this is a tough series. There's no doubt, big series, but it's Cleveland that's right now under 500, right? They're not getting it together here in Detroit. Of course, cruising along, 20 games over 500. Yeah, they've kind of flatlined it a little bit here, but you got Fernando on the Tigres, but he's on these Tigres. All right, give me the Tigers as well here. Steam just came in a moment ago on the game between Boston and Washington. It's that start that's coming up at the top of the hour. Steam came in on the under in this one between Boston and Washington. We said it was 8.5, shaded maybe to the under, but it's all the way down to 8 here right now. Big time Steam. The lineups are in, so are we missing something here? Is there somebody big out of the lineup? I don't know if there is, other than the guys are already out. Ruiz is in there, I believe, at catcher today. But total heading down in Washington. Okay. Okay, Stop Geo. Hello, thank you. Doesn't feel like the great show here, right? Stop Geo. So you know what? Look, my plays over there at Tony Picks. Those are my high roller. Those are kind of like my ones for those that like to play a little bit bigger amount. Where I'll play a little bit bigger amount as well. Then you got my premiums here with the sports money premiums. Those are kind of a step down. They're not going to be I shade all the plays. Nothing is a standard with me. I kind of ramp them up, ramp them down a little bit strength wise. The plays that are here on the show, quite frankly, are the let's just say the lowest of the rated plays right here. So hope that's okay. But then the next step up will be the premiums that you get here that I save, put behind the paywall with my sports money premiums. So hopefully that's okay. All right, next up is the Orioles taking on the Braves here. Oh, everybody's looking forward to Morton. Once you start to rag on Morton a little bit, then he gets pitching a few good starts in a row. Morton, though, still has a 5.62 ERA. He is 4-7, 1.56 WHIP, 280 batting average against 345 BABIP. There's nothing positive about Morton. I don't know. Maybe a few okay outings here, but for Spencer Strider, he's 3-6 for Strider right now, a 3.86 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, 207 batting average against. We know the numbers are good, but that win-loss, not a lot of wins here for Strider. He has just 9 starts, but the Braves have got to get it going right now. My man Sean is trying to call them sellers here at this point, and maybe they are at 8 games under 500. We know we're just getting to the All-Star break here. They could still turn it up. I mean, look, after all, they got Jurickson Profar. He came off the 80-game PED suspension list, and he has home runs in his first 2 games back. But let's investigate the gambling guy throwing the pitch in the dirt. Anyway, Jurickson Profar, maybe he was working out during his 80 games off. Right now, the Braves are favored in this one at $1.75. Pretty much everywhere. Total is 9. I think it's gone up a little bit. In fact, it's 9 under 15 or maybe even 9 flat. So definitely a little bit of move to the over here in this one with Baltimore and the Braves here. Let's see what you got in this matchup. I'll make my call, but I want to hear what you have to say. And we've got Andrew on the Braves. Tony says Atlanta first 5, Strider over in the K prop, and NYC Bars on the Orioles on the run line. Well, I'm on the under. Nobody said that. So give me the under here in this one with Baltimore and Atlanta. Next up, the White Sox are taking on the. You know what? If there were a bunch of other games to preview today, we would actually, in baseball, we do start to kick them to the curb, right? When we start to get into the other sports there, when they start, right? We kind of don't preview the crummy games. But, man, this is the blockbuster this weekend with a preview in every game. White Sox and the Rockies. Hopefully you saw me. I've already previewed on Cover the Spread. I've already previewed this game. On Nuke the House last night, I already previewed this game. Everyone wants to know who's going to win the big White Sox-Rockies series here this weekend. So, hey, maybe check those videos. Well, you know what? Nuke the House was a live show. Cover the Spread is a video. I'll leave it at that. So I'm on the White Sox. I said it last night on the Nuke the House channel that I was on the White Sox, mostly because Hauser, he's got a 1.9 ERA, 1.17 whip, 232 batting average against. He knows what he's doing out there. He's by far the better pitcher statistically over Senzatella, who has a 6.69 ERA and a 3-11 record. Now, Hauser's a little late to the party after coming over, obviously, from the Brew Crew, but Senzatella has a 1.93 whip and a 371 BABIP. So I'm just going to take the White Sox here. I don't think we need to get too crazy here. Maybe the Rockies will win, but it's not the best series. But look at you guys commenting like it's the hottest ticket in town also. Doge did like Atlanta in that last one. Rockies for Andrew K on the run line. Cash Canes on the Orioles back on that other game, first 5 there. Hey, we are getting some steam here right now. I'll just pass it along real quick. We're almost to this game, but Kansas City and Arizona steam to the over right now in that matchup with the left-handers Bubic and Rodriguez. It was, you guys, in that one at 8.5 under 20, but it's going to go up here a little bit. I don't know if the market's totally reacting yet, but there is some steam to the over on the Royals and the Diamondbacks. Okay, Cash Cane's on the over in this one with the White Sox and the Rockies. Cash Cane also says White Sox money line. NYC Bar, White Sox money line, take under also. Dougie Wise has his bands play on tennis today with Sabalenka in the matchup there. And what a matchup it's going to be with Raducanu. Let's just say Dougie Wise, I'm going to put it down right now on Sabs here in that one, right, against Emma. And you know what? That's going to be that's kind of the match of the day here, it feels like. I think that's the way it's getting promoted. Tony says, socks for me. Socks for you. And Robert likes the White Sox first 5. Good morning to Gerardo. Thanks for being on the Nuke the House channel, doing a great job like you always do. Tony says White Sox first 5. And Cash Cane, hey, going to the beach on July 4th. And Red Sox to smash, says Nasty Nate, says Red Sox smash today in that matchup there with the Nationals. We're almost ready to go in that one, man. We'll be off the air and the baseball game will be on. That'll be great. All right, we're cruising along. We're almost done here right now, and the Astros are taking on the Dodgers tonight at Chavez Ravine with, I was talking yesterday, I wanted to mention this story. The San Antonio Missions had, July 3rd is a real popular one too at the minor league ballparks with the fireworks a little bit, especially the teams that maybe go out of town. You have July 3rd games and you have fireworks. And hey, it's the minor leagues, right? So you have San Antonio had a concert and fireworks planned as well. Biggest crowds of the season. They had the biggest crowd of the season down here in Las Vegas too for the same thing last night with fireworks uh, after the game. So the San Antonio has their game, but what happens is there was a rain delay, right in San Antonio. It was a long one. It wasn't, and then had to take the time and get the field ready. But with the holiday crowd coming in. Well, you know what? Everybody loves minor league baseball. Love going to minor league baseball games. But you know what? On July 3rd, you're there for the concert and the fireworks. They got the field already. And then they said, it's pretty late. Let's get the concert going and do the fireworks. We'll continue this game on tomorrow or another time. The baseball game ended up being suspended, and then they just went with the concert and the fireworks because that's what you do in the minor leagues. You don't need to play. Everybody's there for the concert and the fireworks. You just roll with it. All right, Houston and the Dodgers here with McCullers. 6.61 ERA. It's been a rocky road so far for McCullers. He's 1-4, 1.6 WHIP, 302 BABIP so far. Kasparius means there'll be plenty of pitchers in here for the Dodgers today. Will he make the start? I don't know. By the time the game rolls around, it could be one of the other Dodger pitchers here today with the way the Dodgers are approaching it right now. And so I'll give Dave Roberts a little bit of credit here for managing the staff and doing what he needs to do, especially after Dustin May was throwing that perfect game yesterday for, into the sixth inning or whatever it was. So, I've been hard on Roberts here, but he's had his hands tied a little bit with the pitching here for sure. So you're going to see today the usual suspects. Robleski, of course, will be. I wouldn't be surprised if Robleski is actually the starter of the game. Against Houston, I guess you'd go with Kasparius, right? And then maybe use Robleski in the middle. But you're still going to see. We haven't seen Noah Davis yet, but I think Noah Davis probably this is the game he gets in there a little bit for sure. Yeah, I would say that. Let's go with you guys here in this one, though, with Houston and the Dodgers today. See what you have. That steam to the over, though, that just came in does worry me a little bit. I'm going to run it through the computer here, though, real quick and see if it doesn't change the forecast for me. I'm not sure it does. I think I know what I'm doing here. Let me see what you're doing in this one. A bonus play, Dougie Wise says, take Real Madrid to there. Cascades on the over. And when Dougie says, to take Real Madrid, let me make it sure it's clear here. Real Madrid's the game tomorrow, right, against Dortmund. But thank you, Dougie. Maybe Dougie won't make it on Saturday, but that is tomorrow. Here's Dougie, though. Dodgers to smack. Andrew K. says Dodgers. There is Doge says the White Sox back in that last game, then Dodgers. Abel says Dodgers, best team in baseball. But does he pick them today? I think he did. Dodgers here for Dougie. Everybody's on the Dodgers. And too many people are on the Dodgers. I'm going to go with the under as my morning steam play. A lot of Dodgers. You don't need me taking. Look, I took the Dodgers run line yesterday. Easy pickings. We are playing Houston here. And the Dodgers for NYC Bar. Robert likes the under, and Abel says the Dodgers are running away with it. Well, he speaks the truth. I can't argue. Padres, Giants, both 9 games back. I mean, might as well hand them the trophy. All right, I'm on the under there with Houston and the Dodgers today. Next up, just a couple left here. We've got the Royals taking on the Diamondbacks here with Chris Bubich going up against Eduardo Rodriguez. Hey, check me out over on the Cover the Steam show where I previewed this game today and made a pick over there as well. But let's see what you have in this one with Chris Bubich on the mound. Great numbers, 2.25 ERA. He's 5-10 to the under. Is Bubich this season, 1.12 whip, 222. The batting average against Room, 222. 296 BABIP, though, for Rodriguez, 3-4 record. He's 10-4 to the over, 5.12 ERA. Not great numbers, but the Royals, things aren't going so swimmingly right now for the Royals coming in. And, well, the Angels, the Diamondbacks, they've had a little bit of home success, but they have lost 6 of their last 8 in a row. Let me start over here. I'm reading the wrong stats. Arizona's lost 6 of their last 8. They've lost 6 of their last 8 at home. They've beaten the Royals 8 of the last 11. That's what I was intending to say. Arizona's gone over in 8 of their last 9 at home. Gang, there is some steam coming in right now in the Rays Minnesota game. Steam to the over here. I know I said under and I stick by it, but the steam is coming in the over in Minnesota and Tampa Bay here. In fact, the total now in that game is rising to 9.5 over 20 here. It may go to, I don't know if it'll get to 10 under, but it might. In the game between Tampa Bay and Minnesota there. Kind of interesting. All right, let's go to the chat. Your pick, Kansas City, taking on Arizona here in this one. Let's see what you got. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game just a short time ago, as we said, just moments ago, actually, in the game between Kansas City and Arizona. All right, here we go. I think we get the picks from you guys. NYC Bar, that might have been the Dodger game, I think. Andrew's on the Diamondbacks. NYC Bar. Yeah, I think it's talking about this game there, right, with the under. Here's Tony says Kansas City money line and Bubich to go over in the K's. Robert says take the Royals here, and Nasty Nate says Red Sox to score first. All right, and this one with Kansas City and Arizona here. Man, I'm a little bit torn here in this one. Man, but I got to make the call. I'm going to take the over here. I'm going to chase that steam a little bit before it gets away. That's what I'm going to do. Adoskaba just knocked off. Rakamova in their match today was kind of a close one there. 7-6, 7-5. Doskaba advances over Rakamova. One more here in the major leagues today. Oh, Jermaine says he over 10. Oh, gosh. Hey, I like my pick now. Jermaine likes double digits in that one. One more game tonight. San Francisco's taking on the A's with Justin Verlander. We already saw somebody say something about Justin Verlander not getting it going, right? And for the Athletics, JP Sears here in this one. Look, the Sharps are all over the A's. I probably am too in this matchup. Let's see what you guys have. And the show's just about over. I don't have much else. But thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam Show. We got 5 dozen of you here on Independence Day. All right. And let's see what you guys also have here in this one. I know what I'm doing, and I don't even know if I need to go much further. I'm always with the Sharps here in this game. Also, Sigmund just took down Madison Keys big time here. Ooh, Madison Keys goes down 6-3, 6-3. Sigmund over Madison Keys. Knocks out the American here impressively. All right, maybe a few comments coming in. I didn't even read any stats off of this. I'm like ready to wrap it up. Verlander here, 4.26 ERA, 296 BABIP. He's 0-5 so far. I'm on the A's. I'm on the A's. Verlander's 0-5. I'm on the A's here to win. Look, I thought I was going to get sneaky. I mean, come on. I thought the Giants were going to be a big favorite here. I mean, they're 47-41. We know the A's are no good. I thought I was going to get sneaky here with the A's. In fact, if you think you can get the Giants here at just $1.50, I'll make the price. Look, the A's aren't favored. The Giants are favored, but not by much. So maybe this would be, a spot to take. This is a great price, I think, on the Giants. It's not a great price for the A's here, but I'm taking them. I like them. I don't know if I can get off of them, and I'm just going to take them at this. No, it is what it is. Great sports writer once said. Here we go. Roberts with the A's, verse 5. Andrews on the Giants. NYC Bar does like Oakland there. Jim went over. I think that might have been the Diamondbacks game. And let's see. Tony says under in this one. Okay, I'm taking the A's. Okay. That's it for the baseball. We've got, what do we got here? We've got one game in the CFL. It's the Hamilton Tiger Cats taking on the Toronto Argonauts today. And, well, look at this. We've got the Ticats here favored in this one by 3.5. And the total 52.5 here. All right. Now let me preview this one a little bit here right now. You got a Tiger Cat team that is coming in here right now at the record of 1-2. They are 1-2 ATS. Toronto's 1-3 straight up, 1-3 against the spread. Hamilton 2-1 to the over. Meanwhile, Toronto is 1-3 to the under. This series has kind of been kind of a break even for both teams, but I will say this: Hamilton has won the last 3 meetings and covered as well here. So Hamilton on the road, though, still a favorite. They haven't looked that great, I don't think, so far this season, but can you take them here on the road against a Toronto team that maybe they haven't really gotten it going here just yet? I mean, after all, they're underdogs in this game. So I'm taking boy. Stop me before I say the wrong thing. Argos here for Jim. And let's see, Action Jackson with the Giants. Kurt's homer in the A's game. I am taking the Argos. Give me the Argos here at home. I'll take them plus 3.5 here in this one. Does feel like a contrarian weekend here in the CFL. Give me the under. Tiger Cats and Argonauts. All right. Well, I guess that's it for the show. There are 3 games in Major League Soccer today. I'll have some picks along. There's also a FIFA Club World Cup. Al Hilal taking on Fluminense with the afternoon game here at 3 Eastern and noon Pacific. There, I'm on Al Hilal over Fluminense today. Give me Al Hilal in that one. They're up to $1.35. It looks like the move's been, I don't know, looks pretty even here, but I'm taking Al Hilal there over Fluminense today. They beat Manchester City. That seems pretty good. Also later tonight, Chelsea and Palmeiras. I'll have a pick later on here on one of these shows here along the network here today. All right, I guess that's it for the show. Thank you for joining me, everybody, here on the Morning Steam here on July 4th. And we'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. More Morning Steam on Saturday. Get you ready for the action tomorrow. And also, no pre-gaming today. Give Mikey the weekend off here with the holidays. So have a great holiday, everybody, here on July 4th. But I'll be back tomorrow with you for more previews. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. And for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
For cover, that's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.